Thanks everyone for joining me today. My name is T and you're watching Yo-Yo Store Rewind. Thanks for joining me. But I was really happy to get my hands on this because it was kind of good timing for me. Today we're going to be talking about a responsive yo-yo. We're going to be talking about the YoYoFactory Spinstar. Alright, let's get into it. Here's the Spinstar up close. You're going to notice the shape here is very narrow. I don't know how you'd classify this since it is a responsive yo-yo. Obviously there's no cup on here, nothing to speak of except the sticker and a little information at the bottom. The material is polycarbonate plastic in this red, but it comes in a lot of different colors as well. The feel in the hand is very comfortable, although it is a very narrow yo-yo, but it is responsive as I said, so you do want a yo-yo that's very, very comfortable on the catch, just because these things can come back to you without warning, and the last thing you want is a really rough catch. So it's nice that this thing is soft and comfortable. On the inside here, you have your typical sort of transaxle system, and then you've got this starburst response as well. Everything works together quite well. Easy to put together and easy to take apart, so it's a good one for beginners because they don't know any better. They're going to end up taking their yo-yos apart, and it's nice that this can be taken apart and doesn't cause any big damage or anything like that. And the look is interesting. I mean, it's pretty typical. It's sort of more harkens back to the older type of yo-yos that we used to have, the sort of butterfly shape, the kind of narrow, but for what it is very, very nice, and I think it still holds up. It still has that kind of flash bang look to it, so it's a lot of fun to play with. I was really glad to get this. I did get this from Yo-Yo Store Rewind for review purposes, and it kind of came at a perfect time because I feel like my style has been getting a little bit clunky, a little bit slow, so I was looking for a responsive to help me smooth things out. And as anyone knows, responsive yo-yos are perfect for training. You should spend a lot of time in responsive yo-yos at first, because basically if you jump into unresponsive too soon, it can kind of hurt your style. I feel like, you know, if you go off plane, if you mess up at all, responsive yo-yos are going to punish you. So responsive yo-yos are just a really good way to train you and get you smooth. This plays really, really well for a responsive yo-yo, and especially it plays well for someone who's just starting out. There are quite a few responsive options out there right now. You've got the first base and other yo-yos like that, but there's something very classic about this, I think, because of the very narrow. There's just something very nice about the hand feel of this yo-yo. It spins just long enough. Of course, with most responsive yo-yos, spin time is not really the thing you're going to be looking for the most, but this one does spin a fair amount, and I found that I was able to get through some pretty normal responsive combos with no problem. The narrow gap is really nice for training, so if you're like me and you're looking to kind of smooth out your style, it's nice that this is kind of train you to get your trapezes and stuff like that just right, because if you've gotten lazy and you're used to playing something wider, then you're definitely going to find yourself missing a lot. I don't know if this is really a big thing for playability, but it's something I like on a lot of responsive yo-yos. I'm not sure what makes this sound. It might be the starburst. I'm not really 100% sure, but this makes it kind of a cool sound when it's spinning, and you can really tell when the spin is dying, which is helpful. A lot of yo-yos now are so fancy and nice that you can't really tell when the spin is dying, but on older yo-yos you can definitely hear that kind of wing sound when it's starting to die down, and it really helps tell you when you should get the yo-yo back. But yeah, I've just really been enjoying my time with it. When I'm teaching people who are playing with responsive yo-yos, it's really handy to have this on hand. It's a nice beater. I don't feel like too bad if it gets dinged around. It looks really cool, so it's easy to see. It's kind of flashy. It's nice for showing people tricks. And it's on the narrow side, so if you're looking for a training yo-yo or something to kind of get you a little more consistent, a little smoother, you know, this is a really good option for you. You can see the difference. Here's the C3 Yo-Yo Design Speedaholic. You know, the difference in diameter and width is really, really different. Obviously, this is a yo-yo meant for beginners or training, so if that's what you're getting it for, then it's perfect. And like I said, I really do recommend you pick up a responsive yo-yo if you feel like you're kind of hitting a stagnant point or you're not getting your tricks as smooth as you want, or you find yourself kind of just bored, it's kind of fun to go back to a responsive yo-yo and do tricks like stop and go. And even if you've gone fully unresponsive, there's no reason not to go back once in a while and have a little fun with a responsive yo-yo. Alright boys and girls, thank you so much for watching Yo-Yo Store Rewind today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave me a like, a comment, a subscription. I'd really appreciate it. Go check me out over at TokYo-Yo. We've got reviews, tutorials, unboxings, interviews, stories, all kinds of fun stuff. So it's a lot of fun over there. And you can check me out on TokYo-Yo videos on Instagram as well. Alright, have a nice day, take care, and sayonara.